Some terrific NBA action. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. And alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. With Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Back to the road tomorrow as this is the final game of the Nets homestand. And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
Brooklyn with the ball, following the bucket by the Spurs. Here's Bledsoe. Good work defensively by Rodman. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. Well, Brooklyn's head coach and I got a chance to talk. We discussed the challenge of defending Luka Doncic specifically in the pick and roll. Coach wasn't afraid to voice his concerns. He said, quote, "That's where Luka poses the most problems. The main thing is we have to be quick to react. If we're a step slow, when they're in that set, he'll burn us." Guys?
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Richardson gets a wide open look. The shot by Rodman, no good.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Outside Curry. Shoots over Anunoby. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
It's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game. And Mitch Johnson, Stan, now taking over full-time as head coach of the Spurs.
Well, look, Mitch Johnson's the son of an NBA player and a high-level point guard in college. He knows how to run a team and favors that pacing space style.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Richardson outside. Wants to get it to Rodman and does. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Doncic, no good. Brooklyn trailing. Curry with it. He has 5. At the elbow, it's Valanciunas. Screened by Valanciunas. Clock at 6. Rodman with the block.
And the thing about Rodman, he's more of a position player defensively, but that time reaching up to swat it away.
Here's Doncic. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
I mean, what can we say about Steph's jumper that hadn't already been said?
Pass to Rodman. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
San Antonio substitution.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here is Bledsoe. Still scoreless. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
Back to Doncic. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Curry. Valanciunas inside. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Dennis Rodman picks one up.
Well, that's what Jonas Valanciunas brings. So much force in his game.
San Antonio trailing here. 30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. That one goes. Count it. Brooklyn with the ball. They double-team Curry. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Now here's Bledsoe. Hasn't made one yet. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Valanciunas. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Both teams have it going here early. Still close through the first quarter. It's the Nets. They're up by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just cashing in on second-chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Curry with the 3. Every coach has their own philosophy, but Stan, you were telling me that it might not always align with their team style of play.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think there's a difference between philosophy and style of play. And I think what you have to understand, philosophy are those immutable things that you think will win games regardless of the style. So that'll never change, but your style has to be fitted to your personnel.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. To the paint. Here's Williams. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Vucevic. On its way from Curry for 2. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Both teams deciding to change it up. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Inside. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
A model of consistency, Stan, for many years, Vucevic.
Yeah, look, Vucevic has been scoring, rebounding, and passing at a high level, really, since he's come into this league. One of the most skilled big men in the league, and sort of a model for the next guys that have come around.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Here we go, fans. Get on your feet. Get loud. It's time for team.
San Antonio making a switch here. San Antonio on defense. They trail by 3. And Simons, here we go.
Yeah, Simons putting all of his speed to work on that drive.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. After Rodman. The offensive rebound. The second chance effort. Vucevic with second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Curry outside. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
That's as easy as it gets for Kuminga. Defense has to bring more energy than that.
Now here's Vucevic. Drills it from outside. Kobe got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Down low. There's Kuminga. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Kuminga's got 4 this quarter.
And over time, we've seen Kuminga be a more aggressive scorer, especially when he has the ball inside.
Curry, good.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Doncic attacks. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
Pass to Simons. And he drives in. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Can he get up and finish with power?
And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season. And as a free throw shooter, Rodman has his challenges. One of those guys who almost shoots a better percentage from the field.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
I needed to get
Both teams will make substitutions. 29 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
You have to stay connected to Anunoby out on the perimeter. Can't give him any daylight.
And here's Bledsoe, still without a basket. Lets it fly from 18. The shot by Curry, no good. Anunoby has the open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. It could go. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nets lead by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Nets with the lead. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
And it's Mamu Kelishvili missing. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, he's like a freight train in the open floor. Gordon finishing the break.
Locked in left side. Here's Williams. Bledsoe with the rebound. Nets leading by 5. Pass to Curry. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. And the Spurs with some changes. The Spurs trailed by 7. Doncic left side. And the dunk by Doncic.
And if you give Luka just a sliver of daylight, this is what you get.
Now here's Bledsoe. Scoreless thus far. And then Rodman with the dunk.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And Curry has it in the corner. On the wing, Gordon. Outside, Curry. 5 on the clock. Back to Gordon. For 3. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
In transition, here come the Nets.
And it's been this way all night. When Bledsoe gets into a groove, he can be prolific.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Now, Doncic, 8 points for him. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Gordon a screen. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 8. Doncic outside. To the middle. Stripped it away. Curry with it. 16 points for him. The good-looking shot from the wing. And it's a 10-point Nets lead.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
And Doncic, here we go. High speed from Valanciunas. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dennis Rodman. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. There's 1:26 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Outside, Simon. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Highland. San Antonio with the rebound. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Here's Simon. And the slam dunk by Simon.
Some guts. Simon's finishing with strength.
In the corner, it's Rodman. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Brooklyn leading by 12. Outside, Simon. Top of the key. Again, the Nets for 2.
You think about how Simons has built out his game. He generates a lot of offense.
And it's Brogdon off the drive. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Al Richardson. Here's Mamu Kalashvili. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And so it's the
31.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Spurs. It's a 14-point game. On the wing, Williams. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here's Anunoby. No good on the quick 3. Nets leading by 14. There's a screen. Simons. Back to Curry. It's picked off. 3 on 3. Here's Williams. And Williams throws it down.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Gordon a screen. Here's Simon. And it's a great finish!
Oh my gosh. Anthony Simons flying high to finish that one.
And Brooklyn has possession. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Simon. And the 3 off target. Spurs trailed by 14. Here's Mann. Curry with some nice D. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Gordon a screen. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Well, you want to stop Steph in the two-man game, but he's so smart. He'll get others involved.
Now Williams. And he banks the layup in.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Simons surveying the D. Here's Curry. Screened by Valanciunas. That one drops.
And the driving force behind multiple chips. Curry knows when and how to take over at the offensive end.
Now Williams. And stolen by Gordon. With the drive. Curry on the wing. That one misses. Spurs trailed by 16. Kuminga with it. And Simons picks him up defensively. And stolen by Simon.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nets.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments I expect for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Stephen Curry.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Curry, and he gets the floater to drop.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
The shot misses.